Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2019, Sagittarius, and this is Manu Tarot. Let's start with the reading. We have here Oshun, Elegua, and Karma, and right next to it we have the Prince of Wands, Jupiter, North Node, Sagittarius, the Fool, with Aquarius, Uranus, and Scorpio, and the rest of the reading that is here. Okay, notice that the rest of the reading also has the Fool and the Page of Wands, the Prince of Wands. That is for me also Sagittarius. Okay, this reading is all about metamorphosis, catharsis. It's all about transformation, changes, okay, that we go through that will make us see life in a complete different angle. It's about changes, it's about growth, expansion, all this kind of stuff in a psychological, emotional, spiritual level. Okay, yeah, let's do it like that. Now the first week, let's describe the first week. The first week is all about growth, expansion, etc., etc. Like, for example, let's put it in context. Let's say that you were in a hospital setting, well, for whatever reason it was. Now it's letting us know that you are discharged. Okay, there's progress. You're feeling better. You have a heart surgery, or open heart surgery, for example, and you feel better, and the healing process starts. You were in an abusive relationship, but now everything started like flowing, everything started going better, because you know you're not in that relationship anymore, and the healing process starts. You are in a job and you start doing well, and everything starts getting better, everything starts improving. Okay, so far that's what the first 2 weeks are all about. Okay, by the third week, what it's all about is about taking a break. So don't feel way too confident that you undo what you did. Does it make sense? Don't undo what you did. I explain myself. Let's say you have a open heart surgery and you're feeling so great, so amazing. You feel like a kid again. So don't push it, because by the third week you might start making things that can undo all the progress that you have made. Does it make sense? Is it clear? It's a time to relax, take it easy, you know, don't push it. The same thing with anything else in life. Don't push it, just go slow, but not too slow. Go with the flow. Take time to relax. This is a time also for meditation, relaxation. It's a great time for meditating, relaxing, vacations, you know, go with the flow. By the third week, the last week, by the last week of the month, this is all about, you have to remember, let's put it like this, you have to remember that you have to see things in the right perspective. You have to be realistic. You have to I don't know how to say it. It's good to have dreams. It's good that you have ideals and everything, but don't stray on the path of being idealistic in the point that you are not seeing the pros and the cons. You're not seeing the reality. You're not being realistic. I hope that you understand what I'm trying to bring forward, because that's what this is all about, especially at the last week, because it's going to affect all the progress that you have made. In Spanish we have a few sayings. In Spanish we say that not everything that shines is gold. In other words, looks are deceiving. So we can deceive ourselves into believing something that is not right, something that is not gonna work the way we think is going to work because we have brainwashed ourselves into believing that. Let me explain. We all know this. When we're younger, we think that we are going to conquer the world, that we're going to do this and that the mistakes that daddy and mommy did, we're not going to make it. Guess what? At the end, we end up realizing that mom and dad were right. Okay? They have made mistakes, they're humans, they're not perfect, but at the end we realize that we understand what they were trying to tell us because we gain experience. What my point is that even though you are learning new ways of thinking, new paradigms, that doesn't make you that you can conquer the world, that you have the world in your palm and now you are like the genie in the bottle, that you can make miracles happen. Okay? Just be realistic. This is all about perceptions, this is all about perspective, and you need to have things in the right perspective. Okay? Does it make sense? Now, this also is talking about, for example, students that some way somehow are doing well in school, and then suddenly they have declared concentration in, I don't know, medicine, and then suddenly they change their mind because an event has transformed it in such a way that they probably decide to study something completely different to medicine, or not necessarily. They probably want to study medicine but not the same field that before. Does it make sense? And giving you examples of what is going on. But at the same time, be very careful, okay? Don't deceive yourself. That's technically what the tarot cards are trying to tell you. Don't deceive yourself. Be realistic. Open your eyes. Otherwise, by the third to last week of the month, you're going to start seeing, okay, a little bit of problems and difficulties emerging in your life, okay, especially at the end. Also, there's also chances that someone that is a child, he might end up in the hospital, especially during the third week. And also cases of schizophrenia are probably around the air, around schizophrenia, paranoid, schizoparanoid. These kind of stuff are also in the formula. With this, I'm not saying, I think you're smart enough to know that with this, I don't mean that everyone that is Sagittarius is going to have that experience, but if you have this ailment, if we can call it like that, or disease, or whichever way you want to call it, condition, just be aware that you need to take your medications because there might be a relapse. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Don't fool yourself, don't deceive yourself because you feel better, you're doing better, you already conquered. No, this is a fight that you have to keep always going on. The same thing with alcoholism and any other addiction. If you have an addiction because you are doing so well, it doesn't mean that you can lay back and slow down or tempt yourself. Does it make sense? In other words, if you're doing well, don't go to a bar. That's what I'm saying. Don't deceive yourself. Is it clear? Okay? And that's all we have for you for April 2019, Sagittarius. Until the next one.